do they work? The answer is yes. Surprised this hasn't popped up on the forum. Figured this would be one of the first things people were curious about, probably an hour after this game came out. But I was actually surprised to see that nobody had posted this or anything about Piston so far, at least not that I've seen. But yeah, I decided to try this out because I was going to build one in my world and I didn't want to waste all the time building and collecting these resources, which I already have a lot of, but I didn't want to build and waste these resources just in case they didn't work like they do in the 360 version, where you just kind of phase through the pistons. I built this super flat, started with the repeaters at full tick options, just to give it its best chance going the slowest it possibly could. Slowest worked, as you saw right there in the beginning, then knocked it down one tick, still worked perfectly fine, and then knocked it down one more tick, so I pretty much just started slowest, and then started speeding it up more and more. This one, once I set all the repeaters, doesn't work 100% of the time. Before I recorded, I had tried the slowest setting and then the next fastest setting multiple times. They all worked 100% of the time. So it's this setting, and then obviously the straight through no tick setting on the repeater, or one tick, that you just instantly phase through all of the pistons. You don't really get anywhere. See, it messed up that time right there, but before it messed up right there, this time I believe, however, I make it all the way to the top, but it seems like you have to be standing in the exact spot on the Xbox One version. Otherwise you either get caught on something, which could happen anytime, but standing in the exact spot seems to have something to do with not phasing through the pistons. Because yeah, see, twice in a row right there, didn't work. Try it one more time, I believe. Yeah, just keep getting caught in the same spot. So then I decide to move the repeaters all the way down to the first tick. And this one just instantaneously nothing. You just phase through the very first piston, and pistons are deploy incredibly fast. And I'm assuming it's either a bug or the Xbox One just can't keep up with it, which I could understand. Minecraft's a very intensive game. Requires a lot of calculations at once to record the updating and placement of the pistons and other blocks. See right there, it just instantly punched a hole through my character, basically. Kung Pao style. Yeah, this is the fastest setting. I could not get the fastest setting to work, so full tick setting works perfectly fine. Next speed up, perfectly fine. It's the 1 and 2 tick on the, or I should say the base repeater setting, and the next tick up after that do not work at least 100% of the time, which obviously you want it to work 100% of the time. So if you're going to build one of these, just stick with the slowest speed, which is still a lot faster than climbing stairs or a ladder. It's not much faster than the minecart ladder trick, but it's definitely a lot fancier.